Hey, and welcome back to another Animal Crossing video. Today we're going to be speed building a boat harbor. So I have this whole area on the front of my island that is pretty flat. I did make a little template area in the back, but this is where we're going to generally be building a lot of the yachts. And then back here we'll be making our own kind of handmade boats to add a little bit of variety. So let's get started. I have a ton of patterns that I'm going to be using, but we're going to start off with the dock. So I just have this little area up here that I'm going to extend from the dock that I already have. It's a nice little bridgeway between different parts of my island from the front to the back. I like to have lots of options to get around, and so I thought this would be a nice way to kind of connect the front of the island to the back of the island without having to go all the way around. So next I'm going to grab some end pieces here just because I like having the little bolts at the end. Get some little mini in-between boards just to kind of separate the boards themselves and make it feel a little bit more like it's pieced together. Now I can get these water pieces. I will be putting the codes for these in the description. I did not make these pier docks, but I just thought they looked cool. I like that the blue matches the blue of the actual water within the game. I find that a little bit harder to find ones that kind of match, so you can blend the two seamlessly together. But we're basically going to fill out this entire little area with this water pattern. The ocean is one of my favorite places in the world, and I grew up going to New England beaches, which have tons of boat ports, so this build has been kind of special to me, and I've always wanted to have like more nautical stuff in my island just because it just reminds me of home and it makes me really, really happy. I really like the kind of melodic just vibe to put down paths to. It's pretty nice, but I just find this part to be a little bit tedious, but I think it'll be worth it in the end because we're going to put a lot of stuff on top of it, just like that. So it looks pretty good, but I do want to try to have a little space out here just to add a little bit of dynamic ground patterns, but this is how it looks from the top. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy, but there is this green line in between my boards and the water. So I have all these log stakes that I'm just going to basically place down to kind of block out that little piece. And then on these pillars, I thought it would be kind of cute to make it 3D. So I found these little mushroom stools and I customized them to be brown, and they match the pier pillars really, really well. What's really nice about this is you can sit on them or place little things on them as well, and just gonna make a couple of adjustments here and there to make this spaced out a little differently now that the mushroom patterns are down. So we'll drop some boats in. I kind of want to make them feel like they're parked and then have one that's going to be heading out into the ocean, but I'll add some things in between, like little ducks or little pillars or just little things here and there. And I'm going to smush this all the way to the edge just to make sure it looks like it's sticking out a bit more. But there's this little corner right here that we need to hide. So I'm going to place some bushes, a cement block thing, just to kind of block it out. And now I want to block out the front because I don't want the front to be obvious that it's just a pattern. So I'm going to use this picket fence and leave a little space for me to get through afterward right here. But that way it'll kind of block that area and just look pretty good. And then fill out with some plants and put a little scooter on the cement. And yeah, that's kind of how it looks so far. But now we got to work on the back next. Let's go back there. I have some anchor statues just to give the little nautical vibe, and I thought a street light would be nice. Just placing little miscellaneous things before I get started on the most important part, which is the actual boats in the background. So this front one is going to be kind of like a little, almost like a tugboat. I'm using the diner chairs. I just saw this a long time ago on Twitter, and I've been using it ever since. I love having boat docks. This is before we had actual boats, but I still like the aesthetic of it enough where I want to keep using it. So just placing down some little stalls along with the chairs. And I have these display stands here, so I'm going to fill them in. Again, these codes will be in my description. And I used the little water tank to kind of be the engine at the front of the boat, which I thought was funny. And whenever you're building boats, you always need to have a lot of pattern space, but that's how it looks from down here. I think it looks pretty good. It definitely looks, it matches like the boat aesthetic. And here is going to be the big yacht. So this one's a little bit more complicated to make. I put the giant organ in the back to kind of be like that huge captain's area. And then I need to be able to have room to climb up here, and we're going to put down some chairs to be the railings. And I'll put a little spinny thing on top. Look at it go. Perfect. Then we gotta head back down. Clear up the edges here so we don't have any leftovers. And again, we're going to use those diner kind of couches around. I'm going to make this yacht to be white. I'll put a door in the middle, and I'll use the other boat panels to kind of fill out this space. You can see the cliffs behind it, but I figured somebody could just think it's like a curtain or something. I didn't worry too much about how it looked behind the hole. I liked it in general, so there we go. We get all the little seats here, and we'll just clear out this area so we don't have to worry about it. That looks pretty good. I love it. And that is pretty much the boat port. So we have our big yacht in the background. Very kind of peaceful feeling. I love the view from the beach where you can see the actual boat in the background too. The little boats add a lot of dimension and just, you know, just something different while still being part of this huge water area. And I feel like it's just nice to see. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this boat port. I had a lot of fun making it. This is one of the highlights of my island. That's one of my favorite parts, so... But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you want more speed builds, let me know what you'd like to see on my island. And, you know, maybe boop the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Make YouTube happy, you know, something like that. But thank you guys so much again for watching. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!